Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Carmen's Closet. I'm Alicia and we're back for another power review, season 6, episode 5. This episode was pretty good. I thought it was a filler episode, but it turned out to be pretty eventful towards the end. I'm just gonna say it rest in peace to Proctor. Marie is out of here. I mean, I'm not happy about Proctor getting killed the way he got killed. Like, Proctor has done so much for both Ghost and Tommy beyond his job description. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't feel like he had to do him like that. Like, Tommy's Tommy. But anyway, let's just move on. A lot happened this episode as far as just moving us along for the season, because we were worried about the fact that the unicorn was still in the house when Proctor didn't call the ambulance, or for Lindsay. So we were worried about that. We also was worried about the whole thing with Dre and how he was gonna work for the feds, and and also being on Ghost's side somewhat, if you know what I mean. Seems like last episode that Ghost knew that Dre was texting somebody, pretty much Sachs. But anyway, so this episode, let's see. So seems like Sachs is doing what he normally does, and he didn't let his boss know that he has Dre working for him as a CI, and that he told Dre Maria's address, because the boss was wondering what happened, because now she's not going to testify, or she changed her statement or whatnot. And he tells his boss that that Ghost actually did come to the house, but he didn't kill her. He gave her some money, a bribe or whatnot. But I think Blanca was like, well, she's telling him, basically, Ghost didn't kill Angela. And Sachs is kind of he's still on his, Ghost did it. But the evidence just doesn't add up. He didn't do it. Just like Blanca said, the splatter got onto his shirt. And that's consistent with the story. She got shot from above. Sachs just does not like to look at the facts, it seems like it's just obvious. He's like, okay, well, he has somebody do it. No. Anyway, Sachs is Sachs. He got on my nerves this episode. Tommy got on my nerves this episode. Tariq got on my nerves. And Keisha got on my nerves. Keisha is really trying to play Tasha. Anyway, so we also know that Tasha's trying to get her daycare up and running, and some ratchet chick comes in late or whatnot. But I was like, okay, what's the significance of her? And then later on we see that Tasha is going to use her to get information on Zig, the guy that's trying to get her to pay up for open up a business in his neighborhood without talking to him first, or the community first. So she gets some information on Zig, and now she had to take some work from Zig to show Zig that she could do, move the weight or whatever. Well, not weight, but whatever he gave her. And she calls old girl to do it for her. She also asked Tommy to to clean the money in the daycare because she needs money. And he's like, no, I ain't gonna do it. And I was like, just like Tasha was like, what? I was like, Tommy is really feeling Keisha. I guess it is good, because he told Tasha no. Usually that doesn't happen. Yeah, that doesn't happen. We see Keisha's also asking Tasha in the store. I don't know what Tasha was doing trying to bring back those clothes. Child, I guess they really wanted to let us know that Tasha broke. They could have found another way to do that. I mean, we believed her, we seen the apartment. But anyway, but I was like, Keisha acting real funny. She's saying whatever she wants to say to Tasha, then she's gonna try to get some information like, oh, what's up with Holly? Like, oh, now you want to know about Holly. Be careful so you won't end up like Holly. How about that? Keisha getting on my nerves. She feeling herself. Anyway, let's see what else I have. So Sachs also is like still messing with Proctor. He told Blanca and his boss that he could get Proctor to flip. And we knew that he had the unicorn. So the boss leaves to go question Proctor about why he was in the house when, you know, when Lindsay, you know, overdosed on I. And he said, my daughter called me over there, so he went over there. So Sachs was like, well, can I roll with you? I won't interfere. I just want to go. And I was like, shit. So he goes over there, and lo and behold, he needs to use the bathroom. So, I mean, you can't tell him not to. He couldn't even like get them to like stay in the hallway. Like they just walk right in the house. Anyway, so we see that the book bag is right there on the floor. Go figure. And he just unclips it and takes it with him. And I was like, after that, I honestly was just sitting there like this. I was mad. I was like, it's a wrap. Like, I was literally upset. Like, I was like, this is just not what I want to see right now. So I'm like, I think I got a headache now. Like, this episode just put me on a whole nother wavelength right now. Anyway, he gets the unicorn, and we see later on that he actually meets up with Proctor again. Well, just rolls up on Proctor. Like, he knows just like his every move. But yeah, he rolls up on Proctor and he plays a snippet of what's on the wire. And Proctor's just like, he's like, I'll sue you, whatever. And he's like, well, just tell me who killed Angela and this will never get, see the light of day type of situation. And he's like, So now I was like, okay, so what will Proctor do, right? Like, is he gonna snitch? Because at this point, it's like kind of like Dre. Like Dre lost his, he lost his daughter. Well, he she's not in his custody, and possibly with Sachs and this information, he can lose custody of his daughter. So I was like, is he gonna pull a Dre? Like, what is he gonna do? He meets with his cousin, and the cousin asks about the insurance, that laptop. And he said he got rid of it. And I was like, yes. So I was like mad about the unicorn, but I was like, yes, the laptop is gone or whatever. Anyway, he's like, well, his cousin like, don't rat. Like, don't do it to Takashi. That's what his brother said. Cousin said, don't do it to Takashi now. And he's like, I ain't gonna rat or whatever. And I was just like, I don't know, Willie or Willie won't. But anyway, he doesn't actually. So he meets again with Sachs. And he tells Sachs that Tommy did it. And I was sitting there like, okay, there has to be a reason behind this. And the reaction from Sachs let me know, all of us know that it really didn't work because he wants Ghost so bad that he didn't even give a shit if it was Tommy. And it really was Tommy. But because he knew that it was going to possibly play out like that because of his, how bad he wants Ghost, that he kind of knew if he just tell him that, he wouldn't give a shit anyway, and then he'll get the recording will be erased, which I really don't believe that Sachs would do that for him. I don't know. I don't think so. But that was the deal. So I guess in that sense, it's like, is it snitching? Or is it giving him just enough because you knew the reaction and it wasn't going to go nowhere? And he's like, nope, you're lying. Like, Ghost did it, like, or whatever. And I don't know. But anyway, I was happy about that. But then I was just like, well, damn. Like, is anybody going to find out that he said that it was Tommy? Like, yeah, so that's, I don't know. I guess that kind of warrants what happened to him by Tommy. Anyway, he meets up with Ghost and Tommy, and like Proctor was just like on some shit this episode. Like he was in his bag basically, because he had the issue about the wiretap. He had the issue about telling who to snitch on. Like, will he tell him that it was Tommy? Like, it was just a lot going on, and then him possibly getting in trouble for not calling the ambulance for Lindsay. I don't know, it was just bad luck for Proctor this episode. I didn't know which way he was gonna go. But he tries to tell, and then the witness as well. So he tries to tell Ghost, like, yo, she's still gonna testify, whatever, you need to kill her. And I was like, okay, like he really turned to the dark side this episode, thanks to Ghost and Tommy. So, Ghost is looking at him like, nah, he's the one, like, that ain't me no more. Like, the tables really did turn. Like, look how Proctor acted this episode. Like, yeah. So he tells Tommy the same thing. And, yeah, it wasn't a good look. But I knew Tommy would go and kill her. But I wasn't expecting Ghost to go back on his word. And he goes there after Tommy, and he was going to kill her. So I was like, damn, I thought he wasn't going to do it. But Tommy got there first. And it seems like so far this season, Tommy has been getting shit done. And even when Tommy came to kill Maria, like he had the all black on, like I felt like he was Ghost for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. This is Tommy. And he did it right. So anyway, after the whole spiel with Proctor, Tommy goes and he kills Proctor, right? And I'm just like so disappointed. Like I really didn't want Proctor to go out like that. I don't want to like just talk about Proctor the whole review, but I'm just like I'm sad. Anyway, yeah, I'm just sad about that. I was literally like this the whole like last half an hour of the show. I was sad. What else do we have? Oh, so Tariq. So Tariq, basically, the girl was watching him. I don't know who she was watching him for. Like, I want to say the Italian's Vincent, but I'm not sure. If you have any ideas, let me know. But it would make sense. But then I'm like, well, how did she get a connection with them? Anyway, and she goes to choke. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that one. But he basically cut the pills. He's mixing some aspirin or whatever for Vincent, and I was like, oh shit. So Tariq gets the call from Tommy, and he's like, yo, you gonna like do something to Ghost? And he's like, nah, is Ghost there? He's like, nah. So he didn't know that the little girl was there. Thank God he took the little girl there. But when he unlocked that door, I was like, damn. Like I was waiting for like, please don't do it, but it just happened. I was like, damn, it's about to really fucking happen. He's gonna die. And it was like cat and mouse. Like freaking Tommy chasing poor Proctor around Ghost's apartment. Like this shit was bananas. Like Tommy went freaking crazy. Also, before that happened, I almost missed that Proctor gave his daughter a necklace with insurance. So I'm like, so that he didn't throw the daggone information on the laptop away. And now it's in the hands of his daughter. And I was like, damn. But I think that implicates Tommy, not Ghost. So Tommy killed him. Fuck it, right? But anyway, I don't know how that will play out. And then we see that after he brings his daughter to her uncle's house, her cousin, uncle, cousin, anyway, over to Joe's house, and basically Vincent picks up Tariq and for doing what he did, and now Tommy and Ghost have to get up $2 million in 24 hours. So yeah, that was the episode, guys. Rest in peace to Proctor. Bye.